On Global TV News Express, National Assembly sets January 31st as tentative date for passage of 2025 appropriation bill. Federal government to premiere television series on mining. In business, tomato farmers seek federal government's intervention to curb post-harvest losses. On the foreign scene, United States President-elect Donald Trump proposes United States-Canada merger as Prime Minister Justin Trudeau resigns. And in sports, Tottenham extend captain Son Heung-min's contract until 2026. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Express on Global Television, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. I am Uyi Agumofwebe, reminding our viewers that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Nigecomsat. President Bola Tinubu has assured Ghana's President John Mahama of his support in driving change and economic prosperity for the people of his country. The president stated this during his speech in Accra, the capital of Ghana, at the inauguration of the Ghanaian leader. Tinubu, who is also the chairman of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS Authority of Heads of States and Government, said Nigeria, Ghana, and leaders of countries on the African continent must commit themselves to building strong economies to uplift the people. Back home, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has vowed that the 50 individuals detained for vandalizing manhole covers on Abuja roads would face prosecution. This comes after the Nigeria Police Command in the FCT announced the detention of 50 suspected vandals who were caught with 25 manhole covers and solar streetlights. FCT Minister, while reacting to the developments in a statement signed by his senior special assistant on public communications and new media, Larry Olayinka, says the detained suspects will face the full wrath of the law to serve as a deterrent to others, emphasizing that no criminal would be spared as they would be prosecuted for economic sabotage and endangering the lives of Nigerians. The National Assembly has set January 31 as the tentative date for the passage of the 49.7 trillion naira 2025 appropriation bill presented to its joint session by President Bola Tinubu on December 18, 2024. Chairman of Senate Committee on Appropriations, Senator Solomon Adeola, stated this in Abuja at a meeting with the chairman of standing committees in the Senate. He said January 31 is the date for laying of reports on the appropriation bill before the Senate and the House of Representatives, noting that both chambers of the National Assembly would suspend plenary for 2 weeks for budget defense by ministries, departments, and agencies upon resumption from the Christmas and New Year break on January 14. He also said the National Assembly had fixed January 9 as an open day on the budget to enable various stakeholders, aside from heads of MDAs, to make inputs on the appropriation bill. On health matters now, Nigeria is at moderate risk of the human metapneumovirus, HMPV, a common respiratory virus that can infect people of all ages. This is according to a dynamic risk assessment conducted on January 6, 2025 by the Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention, NCDC, in collaboration with international partners, including the World Health Organization, the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, as well as the UK Health Security Agency, carried out as a crucial guide for preparedness efforts and development of effective response strategies to mitigate the potential impact of HMPV. The virus currently circulating in China and other affected regions of the world can cause illnesses ranging from mild cold-like symptoms to severe respiratory infections, particularly in young children, older adults, and individuals with weakened immune systems. The Director General of Nigeria Employers Consultative Association, Adewale Oyerinde, says that all the 36 states of the Federation have no justification for not paying the new minimum wage. Oyerinde said state governments have received enough support from the federal government to be able to implement the 70,000 naira minimum wage signed into law in July of last year. While appearing on the TV program on January 7, 2025, Oyerinde dispelled the claim that some states may not have funds to pay 70,000 naira, stressing that the minimum wage has come to stay. He said funds should not be an excuse for any state because the federal government has increased their allocations. Borno Executive Council has approved the renaming of Borno State University to Kashim Ibrahim University, Maiduguri. This is in honor of Sir Kashim Ibrahim, the first governor of northern Nigeria. The decision was taken during the first council meeting of the 2025, chaired by Governor Babangana Zulum in Maiduguri. Speaking to newsmen on the development, Commissioner for Information and Internal Security, Usman Tara, said the renaming would take effect after the necessary legislative amendments and notifications to regulatory authorities. Meanwhile, the Nasarawa State Governor, Abdullahi Soleh, has inaugurated a 4-member committee to investigate irregularities in the recent recruitment of teachers by Nasarawa State Teachers Service Commission. Speaking during the inauguration ceremony at the Government House, Governor Soleh expressed concern over reports that government officials overseeing the recruitment process exceeded the approved number of teachers. It described the revelations as worrisome, leading to the immediate suspension of chairman of the committee and its members and tasking the committee with uncovering the extent of the irregularities and ensuring accountability in the recruitment process. In another development, the Nigeria Police has announced the arrest of 751 suspects for cybercrime-related fraud in the year 2024. This is made known by the Public Relations Officer Olumuyiwa Adejobi while reeling out the scorecard. He explained that 14 convictions have been secured during the period under review, with 508 cases, and a total of $840,000 was recovered for victims of cybercrimes, among others. A further breakdown of the report, according to the Force Public Relations Officer, includes the recovery of 26 vehicles, as well as 16 houses, 16 and 29 plots of land. The federal government is set to premiere a television drama series on mining titled Hidden Riches on January 25. Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, made the disclosure in a statement by a special assistant on media, Shegun Tomori, in Abuja, stating that the debut TV series aims to showcase the potential and complexities of Nigeria's mining sector to shore up its development. He further stressed that the series is set to unravel the complex dynamics of politics, power, and ambition surrounding the nation's vast mineral wealth, just as he emphasized the importance of the series in highlighting the potential of Nigeria's mining sector as a key driver of economic transformation. Let's turn to Nigeria's northwest now, where Governor of Kano State, Abba Yusuf, has urged the federal government to reduce the 2025 Hajj fare to enable intending pilgrims fulfill their religious exercise. This was disclosed in a statement issued by the governor's media aide, Sanusi Bature, in Kano State, where he noted that the governor made the appeal given the economic challenges faced by citizens. Governor Yusuf made the remarks during an event organized by the State Pilgrims Welfare Board to refund money remitted by Saudi Arabian authorities following a power outage during the 2023 Hajj exercise. The Foreign Minister of the People's Republic of China, Wang Yi, is scheduled to arrive Abuja on Wednesday for an official visit. This is contained by an announcement made by the acting spokesperson for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Kimebi Ebiefa. During the visit, Yu, who is a member of the Political Bureau of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of China, will engage in discussions aimed at strengthening ties between Nigeria and China. He is also expected to meet with Nigeria's Foreign Minister, Ambassador Yusuf Tugra, on Thursday for bilateral talks. This is Global Television, and you're watching the live broadcast of News Express coming to you from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. When the rest of the news returns, Ghana's John Mahama sworn in as president. We'll have those details in picture for you, as well as business and sports stories. Do stay with us, everyone. We'll begin this second half of the bulletin with business for you. Thank you for staying with us. The National Tomato Growers, Processors and Marketers Association of Nigeria, NATPAN, is seeking the intervention of the federal government to reduce the post-harvest losses of the produce. Chairman of the association, Kaduna State Chapter Rabiu Zuntu, made the call in an interview in Lagos State, noting that the government's intervention would help the sector cut down on post-harvest losses. He stressed that with the appropriate equipment and facilities, tomato farmers would reduce post-harvest losses of the produce and increase value addition, as well as enhance the growth of the sector. Indications have shown that foreign investors' participation in the Nigerian stock market has declined as foreign outflow surpassed the inflow by 12.2% year-to-date in November of 2024. This is according to analysis from the latest data released by the Nigerian Exchange Limited, which showed that foreign investors' investment outflow year-to-date in November 2024 stood at 415.13 billion naira, higher than the inflow, which stood at 370.15 billion naira. The data also indicates month-on-month foreign portfolio inflow into the Nigerian stock market declined significantly by 22.4% to 25.85 billion naira in November last year, from 33.31 billion naira in October of same year, caused by high yields from the debt securities. Airtel Nigeria's Chief Executive Officer, Dinesh Basing, says the 300% surge in operational costs in the last 18 to 24 months has made tariff adjustments necessary for the long-term sustainability of the telecoms sector. According to reports, Basing in a note highlighted the tough economic realities facing the telecom industry, pointing out that tariffs have remained static for over a decade despite significant increases in operating expenses. Nigerian telcos have submitted their proposal for a 100% tariff increase to the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC), which happens to be the country's telecom regulator. As we turn to the foreign scene now, let's begin from Ghana, where John Mahama has taken the oath of office as Ghana's new president in a ceremony attended by world leaders. Mahama was sworn in at Independence Square in Accra, the Ghanaian capital. The Chief Justice of Ghana, Gertrude Tokunu, administered the oath of office at the event to the new president, who takes over from Nana Akufo-Addo, who succeeded him in 2017. Before Mahama's swearing in, Nana Jane Opoku Agyemang was inaugurated as the country's first female vice president. The duo won the election held in December, with Mahama returning to the post he left 7 years ago with a mission to revive Ghana's ailing economy. He polled 50% of the votes to beat the then Vice President, Muhammadu Bawumia of the ruling party, as he scored 6.3 million votes to beat Bawumia with a 1.7 million vote margin. Quite a historic day for the Gold Coast. Let's go beyond Africa now. United States President-elect Donald Trump has renewed his call for the merger of Canada with the United States following the resignation of Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. The incoming president, Trump, posted on social media saying if Canada merges with the U.S., there would be no tariffs, taxes, and would go way down, and Canada would be totally secured from the threats of the Russian and Chinese ships that are constantly surrounding Canada. He noted that together, what a great nation it will be. Trudeau had announced his resignation yesterday, saying he would leave office as soon as the ruling Liberal Party chooses a new leader after months of slumping polls and internal division. The United States Congress has officially certified Donald Trump's victory in the 2024 presidential election, clearing the way for his return to the White House on January 20, 2025. The certification, which took place during a joint session of Congress on Monday, marked the final step in validating the Electoral College result from November's election. According to Al Jazeera, Vice President Kamala Harris, Trump's Democratic rival in the race, oversaw the proceedings. The ceremony was brief and without incidents, a stark contrast to the events of January 6, 2021, when a violent attack on the Capitol disrupted the certification of Trump's defeat in the 2020 election. At least 95 people have been confirmed dead and 130 injured after a major earthquake struck the mountainous Tibet region. Chinese state media say the earthquake that hit Tibet's holy Shikche city had a magnitude of 7.1 and a depth of 10 kilometers, equivalent of 6 miles. Data from the U.S. Geological Survey showed a series of aftershocks in the area. Tremors were also felt in neighboring Nepal and parts of India. Quite a trying time for some Asian countries there. But let's turn to Europe now, where French far-right politician Jean-Marie Le Pen has died at the age of 96. A family statement shared with journalists says Le Pen, who had been in a care facility for several weeks, died at midday today, surrounded by his loved ones. Le Pen, a Holocaust denier and an unrepentant extremist on race, gender, and immigration, founded the French far-right National Front Party in 1972, and he reached the presidential election runoff against Jacques Chirac in 2002. And now let's catch some excitement real quick from the world of sports. Tottenham have exercised the option to extend Captain Son Heung-min's contract until 2026. The 32-year-old South Korean joined the Premier League club in 2015 from Bayer Leverkusen and has made 431 appearances, scoring 169 goals, the fourth on Tottenham's all-time list. Son, named club captain in August of 2023, shared the Premier League's golden boot with Liverpool forward Mohamed Salah in the 2021-2022 season after scoring 23 goals. He is also captain of South Korea, making 131 appearances to date and scoring 51 times. Liverpool star Mohamed Salah has hit back at club legend Jamie Carragher, accusing him of being obsessed amid ongoing speculation about the forward's future at Anfield. The Egyptian winger, who is in the final 6 months of his contract, has been at the center of a heated exchange with Carragher as uncertainty looms over his next career move. Carragher, known for his forthright opinions, has been critical of Salah's recent behavior. The former Liverpool defender took issue with a cryptic photo Salah shared on social media alongside Trent Alexander-Arnold and Virgil van Dijk, which many saw as subtle message directed at the club's hierarchy. Labeling Salah as selfish in earlier remarks, Carragher urged the forward to emulate Van Dijk's composed approach to contract negotiations. Hence, Salah took to his X to respond, saying, and here's the quote, "I'm starting to think you are obsessed with me." It's a fight between two legends now, isn't it? Dan Olmo's future at Barcelona remains in the balance as the Catalan club pursues their legal battle to get the midfielder registered to play once more. The Spanish league leader's failure to meet La Liga's budgetary rules to license both Olmo and forward Pau Victor before the end of last year currently leaves them ineligible to play for the rest of the season. Olmo, a key figure as Spain won Euro 2024, is an important attacking weapon in Barcelona's bid for silverware this season. The club will take their case to Spain's top sports court, CSD, in a bid to solve the situation, with club president Joan Laporta under fire from various opposition groups because of the debacle. And now time to end News Express on Global Television, but first let's bring you a summary of some of our big stories. The National Assembly has set January 31 as the tentative date for passage of the 49.7 trillion naira 2025 appropriation bill presented to its joint session by President Bola Tinubu on December 18, 2024. The federal government is set to premiere a television drama series on mining titled Hidden Riches on January 25. In business, the National Tomato Growers, Processors and Marketers Association of Nigeria is seeking the intervention of the federal government to reduce the post-harvest losses of the produce. On the foreign scene, U.S. President-elect Donald Trump has renewed his call for the merger of Canada with the United States following the resignation of Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. And finally, in sports, we told you Tottenham have exercised the option of extending Captain Son And that's how we draw the curtains here on News Express on Global Television. A quick reminder to all of our viewers that you can find us on DSTV, channel 365, star times 276, and free to air on Nightcomsat. Also engage with us across social media platforms using a Global TVNG as well as other handles as you now see on your screen. I'm Uyag Mofwebe on behalf of the news producer and the entire team. We are grateful for your time with us. We'll see you again.
Yeah.